All right. I think that we should be live in some seconds. Let's see if the YouTube live updates. Okay, I think we're live. People from the chat, welcome everyone. Just say hi if you can hear us correctly. Let's see if everything is working fine. We will start in a few minutes. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's wait a couple minutes. Maybe I can use this time to introduce you to this first workshop, first of a long series, hopefully with thirdweb. And I'm really glad to have Devin and Samina from thirdweb here. And they, of course, are gonna show us about thirdweb and their toolkit, their SDK, and I think it's one of the best one that I've seen so far, and one of the most used, at least for me. It really helped me, like, start deploying contracts or playing with blockchain interactions, and it's really, yeah, amazing experience, I'd say. So I'm really glad that the first workshop in our YouTube channel is with thirdweb. And I mean, I've been chatting with Devin a lot in the past for like various debugging reasons or support requests. So we already know each other. But before starting and leaving the word to Samina and Devin, that you can introduce yourself, of course. I'm Limone, and I'm one of the co-founders of Urbe8. Urbe8 is the leading Web3 community for builders, and we're based in Rome. And we're focused on technology and on building on top of blockchain. I'd say we are like biased towards Ethereum's, but we are also open to discuss and just see what's happening in the ecosystem. And we are trying to create Web3 hub here in Rome. We are organizing the first edition of it Rome, which will be an hackathon focused event, and we just hang out together. We have monthly meetups, co-working days. We also travel together to Web3 conferences. So if you're traveling around the world, you might see us hacking in Barcelona next month, for example. And that's what we do. We love like building, and we're focused on it. And these workshops that we are starting to organize is something that we are doing to prepare people for this big hackathon that is happening again in October. And hopefully everybody that is here in the audience will come to Rome, and you will get like really useful knowledge on or like new use case or new tools that you can use to build something meaningful in an hackathon. But yeah, that said, Devin, Samina, just introduce yourself and start whenever you want. Thank you.
Devin, you want to go first? I'll go.
Sure, I'll go ahead. Thanks for the intro there, Limon. And yeah, my name is Devin. I am the community lead here at thirdweb. Really just all focused about community things that we can build like together with people that are using thirdweb as the tool. So I lead several community programs at thirdweb, one of which is the ambassador program, which is basically a group of people who are just passionate about thirdweb, use it a lot. And actually, I see some of them in the audience, so shout out to you guys. And then also like just helping developers generally with our tools in like a support type of function. So that's kind of my day-to-day at thirdweb.
Awesome. And I'm Samina. I do developer relations here at thirdweb as well. I've been in the blockchain space close to 2 years-ish now. I've been doing DevRel the whole time. I really love working and interacting with developers. Some of the things I really like doing on my day-to-day is like writing courses or doing workshops like this, just anywhere where I can actually interface and help with builders. So yeah, super excited to be presenting today, and thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you again, Devin, and thank you, Samina. One more thing before starting, if you in the audience have any questions, just throw them in the YouTube chat and I will make sure to share them with Samina and Devin, and they will be more than happy to answer, and even during the live, if I understood you right, Samina, right? Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Perfect. So
cool.
Let's get started. We want to see the code.
Awesome. So I'm gonna, since this is like maybe the first time some of you all have interacted or ever seen thirdweb, I'm gonna do a little bit of an overview, and then we'll build a really quick app just to show you how fast you can get to production. So let me go ahead and present my screen. If I do have technical difficulties, I'm sorry. I think my camera froze earlier, so just let me know. I'll try to work towards that. So I think I'm sharing my screen now. You might have to change the, okay, perfect, cool. Everyone can see this? Yay, okay. So I don't have any slides prepared today. I'm not a slides person, but I'm gonna show you our diagram that we have on our overview page, which really gives you like a comprehensive idea of what is thirdweb. And what thirdweb is, it's basically a development framework for building Web3 applications. And what makes it so powerful is that it's comprehensive, meaning every part of the stack that you need, there's a way to do it with thirdweb. And then it's also modular. So you can bring in parts of your application that you already have and then use other parts that you need, like just picking and choosing, just basically anything you need for your app. So what we're going to be looking at today is kind of like what we can do as far as like the application goes. We're going to be taking a look at UI components through the React SDK. We have different SDKs in various languages, so React, TypeScript, Python, Go, React Native, basically anything that you already work with, you can pick up thirdweb really easily through that. And then we also do stuff with infrastructure, so auth, RPC, gasless. Those are all things you can also configure if you want to do more advanced things with your application. The other thing as well is with any decentralized application or Web3 application, you'll need a contract, which is also what we will explore today. So it will be quick, it will be pretty fast. So if you do want to look into more advanced things, I highly recommend checking out our documentation here, which is portal.thirdweb.com. And you'll learn how to do different things throughout the stack. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and just get started, jump right into it. I'm gonna tab over to the Explore page. Some of this text might be small. I have a weird resolution screen, so just let me know in the chat. I'll look over too if anything's too small. So anyway, let me catch my breath. All right. So the first thing we have is the Explore page. I am not a smart contract developer. I will be completely honest with you. If I'm ever using a contract or building a decentralized application, I'm relying on pre-built contracts that I still fully own, but I'm going to go through the process of developing or deploying them through thirdweb to make it really easy for myself. So if you go to thirdweb.com/explore, we have popular contracts, we have different NFT contracts, marketplace, different drops, token drops, your ERC20s, everything is here. The great thing about this as well is they're all audited. So I don't have to worry about the auditing. I don't have to create a contract and then go find an auditor and then make sure that my contract doesn't have any vulnerabilities. So let's go ahead and deploy. Today we're going to do an NFT drop contract. So I'm going to go here into NFTs. And then we're going to take a look at this NFT drop contract. You can see all of the different details, the read and write functions, but I'm going to skip all that. Let's go ahead and deploy. The first thing we're going to do here is add in our contracts metadata. So I'm going to just do like star NFTs, very original. Well, symbol, we'll just do star, and we'll call this a collection of star NFTs deployed on Mumbai. For the image, let's go ahead and go to desktop. I have some fun demo assets here. For royalties and primary sales, it automatically populates to the wallet that you connect. But if you do want to change that, like if you're working with potentially a customer or an end user that you're doing the project for them, you can also change the recipient address and do all these different configurations that kind of cater to your team. So, and I'm also going to change it to Mumbai. I did an optimism contract earlier, so you can see it populates that. But I'm going to do Mumbai. I'm going to switch my network because it's really fast to deploy on. And I'm going to go ahead. Oh, no, the little placeholder went away. Let me put that back in. I'm going to go ahead and deploy now. And this contract is going to be added into my dashboard. Are there any questions on this part so far? If there are, go ahead and drop them in the chat. We do have Devin monitoring. Awesome. Who audited the smart contracts? Most of them are going to be through OX macro, but you can also see the audit reports. So if I go to, I'm going to go back to Explorer. You can see the audit reports here. So if you want to go into more details, so you can see this is macro. If you do use any other vendors, you'll see them there. Okay, so this pulled up on my side screen, but you can see I'm over here, I'm signing a transaction. Awesome. Okay, this will take a second. So cue the elevator music. Yep, every contract will have the audit listed. Okay, go ahead and sign this. The second step adds it to your dashboard. So when you start working with multiple contracts, it'll be very, very easy to manage them all on one page. All right, cool. So, oh, it said successful. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now it's going to redirect us to our contracts dashboard, and it might be a little bit slow. I wonder if the network is congested. Maybe it was a bad day to choose Mumbai. Everybody decides to deploy deploy on Mumbai at the same time. Oh, good. Maybe I'll refresh in a second. No. This is unfortunate. Give me 1 second. I'm not sure if I lost it. Sorry, a second. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. We're just going to deploy it again, I think. Sorry. Some problems with Vercel. Today, did they say that? Oh.
What is this?
Oh, you are? Okay, that's not good. Give me 1 second. Yeah, is it a Vercel thing? Can someone in the chat try it as well while I'm trying it, Atharva? I don't know if it's like a me thing. I'm sorry. This is such a bad day to have a workshop. BSCRPC having problems. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this works. Please work. Let me know if you all are able to deploy. Live debugging. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, I'm not used to doing this on Firefox. Okay. I'm going to try and use one of the contracts that already exists. So we might not see the contract that I'm using today. But I'll go ahead. It's like going to be the same process. So once you get through this, this might not look clean because it's already, like I already have some NFTs on here. That's totally okay. I think we can still go through the process. So from here, you're going to be given a dashboard that looks exactly like this. And the first thing you're going to want to do is upload your NFTs. So we'll go ahead and go over to the NFTs extension. Oh no. Okay, sounds good. If it's not from my end, I'm going to just do my best with what I can. Polygon definitely having problems. Okay. I wonder if we could use another. Let's try my Phantom one. I might not have funds though. You can try my Optimism one. Okay, so let's go back into our NFTs tab. And what we want to do here is upload our NFTs to be claimed by the end user. So normally, if I didn't have any NFTs uploaded, it would prompt you to do that. And there's two ways you can go about it. You can do the single upload or the batch upload. So single upload allows you to upload one NFT at a time. But if you're doing like an NFT collection with possibly 10,000 different pieces of art, you definitely don't want to do that one by one. So if you have a CSV file with different characteristics, or a JSON file that kind of gets spit out when you do the art generation with certain art generators, you can upload that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. I'll go to desktop, and then I'm going to just drag, I'm going to just drag this into here. And so as you can see, it automatically populates. You can see all of the different NFTs plus the PNGs that I had. Let me show you what's in that folder real quick, if I can. Yeah, so you can just see I have like a couple PNGs here. And then I also have a CSV file with data. It can show you what's in that as well later on. So now we have two options. We have a reveal upon mint option and a delayed reveal. So if you've ever gone on OpenSea and you see like 1,000 NFTs that kind of look the same, and it looks like the back of like a trading card that's waiting to be revealed, you can also do that using thirdweb's dashboard. Or if you don't really care to do that, you can just reveal upon mint. But I'm going to show the delayed reveal option because it's kind of really cool. And here, we're going to assume you're not going to know which star you're getting. So I'm going to put this little star placeholder, and then let's call it colored star. Will be revealed soon. And we're going to upload these 5 NFTs. I hope I have funds on Optimism. I was not prepared to not do Polygon today. Gora lyrics. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Did it not prompt me here? Oh. Let's go. Got it. Okay. Okay, looks like I have funds. All right. So as you can see, this is the lazy mint function that I'm trying to do right now, and it is now in the queue. Okay, looks like that worked. So we'll wait for it to pop up on here. Perfect. So now you can see, even though I've had these from a previous deploy, you can see that now we've added 5 more NFTs to this contract, and these ones are, you can't see what they are yet. They are placeholders. So if I want to reveal the NFTs at some point, I'm going to use that same password that I created earlier to reveal the NFTs. I'm going to go ahead and just do that now. Ideally, you would do this when you want to for your drop. And let's go ahead and click that. Actually, this might take a second. I'm going to cancel that. But basically, the idea is there. You would reveal it through the delayed reveal mechanism. So the next thing you got to do is we're going to go ahead and go to our claim conditions tab. So when you're doing an NFT drop or any sort of drop contract, you're going to need to define some sort of claim conditions for users to be able to claim it. And this is really important. If you don't do this, users will not be able to claim an NFT off your contract. But the nice thing is it's really easy to do with thirdweb. You can just go to the claim conditions tab, add a phase. You could do a public phase, or if you have like a smaller community that has special perks, you could do an allow list or even allow list only. Maybe it's like something really exclusive. And I'm going to just do public because I don't really have any specific things that I want to do with this NFT drop. I'm going to just leave everything default, but you can decide when the phase will start. So nobody can claim an NFT until next Sunday, maybe, for example. How many NFTs do you want to drop from your contract? How much do you want to charge for each NFT? And then how many NFTs can be claimed per wallet? So if you want to have a mechanism where only one, like you can only claim one per wallet, you could totally do something like that. And we'll go ahead and save this phase and confirm that. Oh no, I think I have insufficient funds. That's okay. So we already have a claim phase for this contract, luckily. So like I said, I don't have any optimism funds today, but I think since this contract is still working, we should be good. So yeah, so this will be the claim conditions. That's pretty much all you need to do from the dashboard side. So after this, we can start building our contract, or not our contract, our application. Can one perform batch reveal? Yes. So when you do the delayed reveal, it will be every single one on the contract. Are we literally facing the internet apocalypse? I know, the day I need to do a workshop is the internet apocalypse. Crazy. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do our best. I'm going to go ahead and start building our application. So what we're going to do is go ahead and open our terminal. There's a really, really awesome and easy to use command whenever you want to create a project, which is npx. Oh my gosh, hold on. I just want to make sure I didn't write that wrong. npx thirdweb create app. Yeah, I don't need latest anymore. Sorry. That's why I was double checking. So npx thirdweb create app, and then I'm going to just call this ETH Urbe. And then we're going to do EVM. We're going to do Next.js, which is really easy to use. But if you want to just use a React app, go ahead and do that. And then we're going to do JavaScript, just to keep it simple. I don't want to do TypeScript today. And if you have any questions during this part, let me know while we're waiting for the application to load. Oh, Discord is down? Is Discord down too? Oh no. I don't love when things like this happen, but it's like you can kind of notice who is using what, like when a bunch of things go down in the same day. It's like, oh, AWS goes down and then a bunch of applications that use AWS are down. So then you kind of like get a glimpse of like who's using what behind the scenes. Oh, it's working? Okay. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and navigate to this file, and I'm gonna open it in VS Code. Let's make this filler. Actually, let's just do half our screen, and then on the other, whoops. Why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. So on this side, I'm gonna open up our or have our application preview. I'm gonna move that little your screen sharing thing down here. So let's go ahead and start with, now we have a fresh new application, or basically a starter app. I'm going to do a new terminal. And I'm going to go ahead and do yarn dev. All right, cool. Okay, this is working. Perfect. So actually, let me disconnect here. Okay, so now we have our starter app, or basically starter file that we're going to be modifying today. I'm going to create a quick little app that allows you to mint an NFT from the contract. Zoom on VS Code just a little bit. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Is that okay? Might need to zoom in on this as well. So we're going to go ahead and start in our pages in our underscore app.js. We want to change the active chain. So depending on what chain that you are deploying on, you're going to want to change this. And today we're using Optimism, which does have the default like the default configs. But if you have like a chain that isn't part of the default, you might have to import it. And you can see the code on how to do that here. So it'll show you how to do that. And then we'll go ahead, and after we've done that, I'm going to save that, and then we'll go to our index.js file. And oops, this is so big. Okay, let's go ahead and delete everything inside of this return. So we're not going to need it. We're not going to use that. And then also, yeah, we'll just start from here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to use our contract hooked, use contract to import our contract into this application. So we'll do contract, use contract. Is this big enough, actually? Perfect. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and paste in our contract from our dashboard. Here we go. And then I also want to fetch like basically our first NFT. I was going to do NFT 0, but since we're using a contract that's already used, we'll change that up. So so we're going to pass it in like this. I just want to make sure I get it right. And all of this code is in the sample code is on our doc. So I'll show you all where that is in a second. We're going to use NFT. We're going to do it from this contract that we just passed in. And then usually I do token 0, but we're going to do token 1 since I already claimed token 0. And the next thing I want to do is kind of check for 2 states. So one state, I'm going to check if the application is basically loading or the NFT is loading. I want it to render something different. And then if there's an error, I also want it to render something different, which we can do from what we just passed in. So we're going to do is loading. And if that's the case, we're going to return a div that just says NFT is loading. Did I do that right? Oh, wait, sorry, I did const, not if. Okay, here we go. And then our second state, we're going to check if there is an error, or if there isn't an NFT here, I'm going to return another div, and then this one's going to say NFT not found, erroring out. You guys can be more creative with the error statements. Okay, now those are the 2 things that I'm checking for. But now I actually want to return basically a preview of my NFT for one, because I want the user to be able to see what they are minting. And then I also want to add a button for them to be able to claim it just directly from my application. So let's go ahead and do that. I think I need to actually import here real quick before I forget, because I always do this. So use contract, by the way, you'll need to import that as well. And then use NFT. I did this once and then I was like freaking out why my app's not working. So I'm gonna do that before I forget. So what we're going to do here now is I'm going to pass in this thirdweb NFT media. And the metadata for this, we're going to fetch from the NFT. We could just get that real easily using NFT metadata. And let's see what that does for our app. So it's loading. Oh, now we see that it's the first star. And just to verify, if we go back to our NFTs tab, like I said, this is the star at index 0. If I pass in index 0 here, you'll see it renders that one. If I pass in index 1, which is the one that we're looking at, that's unclaimed. Like I said, this is claimed, unclaimed. You can see we have the red star. So great. Now we have our NFT. And I'm just going to add a fragment here just so I don't run into any issues. So let's pass this. Formatting is the most annoying part of code, I will be honest. All right, so now that we have our media, now we're going to do something else. We're going to add in our Web3 button so that we can claim our NFT. And for the contract address or the contract that's interacting, we're going to pass in contract dot get address. So getting the address that we passed in earlier, or the address that's basically connected. And then for our action, we're going to pass in contract. On this contract, we want to do a function, which is contract.claim, and the quantity is 1. We only want to claim 1 NFT. So let's say you wanted to do more, you could pass in a different number here. So let's do that and see. Actually, let me add some text to it too. So let's do, oh my goodness, this line is getting so long. Let's see if Prettier formats it. Nice, perfect. So now we have a second thing on our screen. We have a connect wallet button. And I really like the connect wallet button. I'll show you all why in a second. But basically the connect wallet button allows you to do many different configurations for your users. Oftentimes in Web3, we want to enable users to have choices. I use MetaMask. I know friends who use Coinbase Wallet and so on and so forth. So having your application have options for many different users, I think is really, really important. But yeah, and then like I was saying, what I really like about the wallet is we have a wallet SDK that allows you to configure this for many different things. So if you have users who are using Paper Wallet or Safe, like if you want to have like people use a team wallet, you can go ahead and configure that inside of your application. Let me go back to here. And I'm going to show you what this looks like real quick. So I have connected my wallet and I want to claim, oh, it's not a blue star this time. The red star. So let's go ahead and confirm this. Oh, why did it fail? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I think I might not have enough gas. Yeah, this is another problem. So, but yeah, so if theoretically, if I did have gas fees, or if I did have funds for gas fees, I would be able to claim that. So basically that is how you can create an application really quickly. Of course, you can add more to this. You could add an entire gallery of NFTs. You can add more different functions. Maybe if you want users to be able to, besides claiming, you also want them to be able to burn it for some reason, you can add another button and so on and so forth. You can make really, really cool detailed applications, basically depending on what you want to do. But yeah, I think that's it for like the application part. I do want to show you all some resources to also help you get started really quickly. The one that we saw at the beginning of the presentation was our documentation. So just to navigate that, we have documentation on all of the different parts of the stack. And then also, if you want to just go by language, you can go into the SDK references. My other favorite resource as well, which is kind of new and still being built out, but it's really, really awesome, is our templates page. So if you go to thirdweb.com/templates, and let's say you want to create an NFT gallery, but you don't want to go through and write all the code for that, which that totally sounds up my alley. You can go ahead and view the demo and then view the repo, clone it, whatever you want to do. It'll enable you to get started really quickly. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I think there's a question here in chat. So Web3 button is also able to verify if your wallet is connected and show connect wallet before showing connect blue star, right? Yeah, that is correct. So I think there are different error handling things you could do as well. I haven't done it here, but you could totally do that. And then even like you can add like switch network. Sorry, I wanted to just disconnect so I can show you that. Let me see, connected sites. Is there a local host? If I can disconnect from here. Yeah, so the first thing you want to do, the same button, you can connect your wallet. And then also call that same, the function from the same wallet. It just transforms. I don't know if I answered your question. Private chat. Okay, perfect, cool. Awesome. Are there any other questions? I just changed that. See, claim red star. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, so those are my two favorite resources. I would say the docs and the templates page. But definitely, if you do want more different resources, we have a couple of things here. I think maybe Devin, maybe it's a good time for you to talk about our different programs. I'll stop sharing.
Absolutely, yeah. Glad to. Well, thanks, Samina, for walking us through all of that. Super helpful as always. And if anybody has questions now, later, obviously there's the comments on YouTube, but also we're very, very active in Discord. So I'll drop a link to our Discord community. Urbe community is also very active in Discord. So if you're there, you may as well come hang out. We could bounce back and forth between the two. Once you're in our Discord community, I will say, like, if there's you can kind of like participate, use it as like support, and we're very active in there in terms of like providing support. Also, like, if like, you're super passionate about Web3, like you happen to love the thirdweb SDK, you're potentially a student or you want to like start gaining skills that you could use to in like real like jobs or applications or real world like practice. We have the ambassador program, which is a really, really awesome group of ambassadors, about 12 ambassadors all throughout the world, Europe, India, United States, Canada. So it's a really great group of just like builders who are very focused in Web3, super passionate about third web, pretty much all developers, but there are some other skill sets as well. So if anybody is like really interested in that, I encourage you to check that out. I'll also drop a link in the chat, but you can learn more just at thirdweb.com/ambassadors. So yeah, that link just went in the chat there. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this. Really looking forward to doing more with you guys, and thanks to Limon for helping organize and set this up. We're fans of the community that you guys are building, and yeah, just always feel free to reach out, ask questions about building with thirdweb, and our whole team is very happy to help with anything in that regard.
Yeah, I'm jumping in again. Yeah, I wanted to ask one question about what do you think we can do, like for an extension. For example, I'm really interested in account abstraction and all this stuff, and I know you guys have this wallet kit that is part of your SDK, and so I think that would be a really interesting topic to go deep inside together, and for sure, if you have any other ideas and stuff, we are here and we're really curious to know more about what you're building.
Yeah, would love to know like what the community wants. We actually just decided, I think we announced this week as well, like we're doubling down on gaming. So I think if anyone's interested in learning how to use thirdweb and Unity, I think that would also be a great session. Or like you said, account abstraction is a really, really hot topic right now. Our wallet SDK we just launched last month. I don't know, time just flies. So yeah, if y'all want to learn more about the wallet SDK, please let us know. We'd love to do more advanced sessions for devs.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I know for sure that in our community there are people working in the gaming industry, and I think they will be like really interested in knowing more about your gaming kit, included me, of course. Perfect. Yeah, if you don't have anything else to say, I think it was a great session, really useful. Of course, everything like if somebody in the audience missed the beginning, everything is recorded on YouTube, so you can find it later on our YouTube channel. And I suggest also to follow us on Twitter, where we post all the news about the activities or the events that we organize. Again, as said in the beginning, we are planning to host more workshops for developers, as we are organizing the first Web3 hackathon in Italy. And so for us, it's really important to bring more knowledge and educational content in the space. So follow us if you are a Web3 builder. If you are a wannabe Web3 builder, we are more than happy to help you in this journey, bringing people like Samina and Devin, of course, during our sessions. Thank you so much, and have a nice day, Samina and Devin. Have a nice evening for the people in Europe, and see you soon for the next workshop.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Thanks so
tuning in,
much.
everyone.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. All.